everyone, it's Bloom here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Persona 3 Portable for PC. So, not actually portable, but it is a port of Persona 3 Portable for the PSP, which was released in 2009 and based off of the PS2 game that came out in 2006. If this seems confusing, all you need to know is that Persona 3 Portable is better, because it lets you play as a girl. And this might seem like a personal preference thing, whether or not you want to play as a girl or a boy, but it's not. I mean, it kind of is, of course, but playing as the female character is just so much better, in my opinion, because it changes the tone of the whole story. You, as a protagonist, feel so much more like you're part of the group. Of course, the point is that the protagonists have opposite personalities, and there's an appeal to that, like, well, the girl is peppy and upbeat, and the guy is all emo, and of course, I mean, you might gravitate towards either one for whatever reason. Femc just works so much better. The biggest advantage I can say up front is that you can social link with all your friends and not just the girls. In boy mode, you can't hang out with Junpei, Akihiko, and Ken, which is stupid. And if you don't believe me that, like, you're like, I always like playing as boys better than girls, just try out both routes. They're both worth playing. I just like Femc so much more, and a lot of people share my opinion. There's also a different soundtrack, and while both are incredible, I like the female one more. So all these games are part of the Megami Tensei meta series, but you don't have to play those games or the previous two Persona games to understand. This one, they're their own story. It's in the same canon as Persona 4 and 5, though. I love this game. It is one of my favorite games ever, but only the female route. It's interesting because it's like, this wasn't my favorite Persona game until I played Persona 3 Portable, because I played Persona 4 first, and I liked it so much more, and then I played this, and I liked it so much more than Persona 4, and probably 5, too. I was thinking of just doing, like, all the Persona games this year. Seemed like a good time. My Persona 3 Portable PSP walkthrough is one of my most popular Let's Plays, so I'm excited to do it for you guys again in high quality. This is going to be a 100% walkthrough. We are doing all social links. I'm not using a guide, I just know this game very well. Let's get started. Oh. Welcome to the world of P3P. In this game, you can select the gender of the main character. The course of the game will change based on the main character's gender. I mean, the course of the game doesn't actually change that much. It's kind of hard to explain without giving spoilers. By choosing a male main character, you will be able to play a version very close to the original P3. This is recommended for new players who have yet to experience P3. If you plan on doing both routes, I actually would suggest starting with the male main character because his route is not as interesting. So it's always best to do the more interesting one last, I think. I mean, that's what I did. But if you want to start with the female character, like, go for it. There's really no downside to doing that. It's really not that different as far as the main story goes. The female main character added to the game is not just for female players. Okay, thank you. Thank you for saying that. She is also for veterans of P3 and P3 FES who want a new perspective. P3 FES was the PS2 version. I don't think the original PS2 version of this game was released in the West. But when people refer to P3 FES, they're referring to the enhanced PS2 version. When people say Persona 3 PS2, they're most likely referring to that version as well. Now, please choose a gender. Wow, this is so difficult to choose. And we are going to play on hard. I'd recommend easy or normal if this is your first time. Now please enjoy the game. I will. Time never waits. It delivers all equally to the same end. You who wish to safeguard the future, however limited it may be, you will be given 1 year. Go forth without falter, with your heart as your guide. Terminal Station Evening. The station entrance is buzzing with activity. Meanwhile, elsewhere...
I just put it to my head, pull the trigger. No chickening out. No, I can't.
Inside the New City passenger train Anahazuru.
Due to a malfunction in the switching system, today's rail schedule has been greatly altered. We apologize to any customers who are in a hurry. The next stop is Iwa Todai. Iwa Todai.
This is the final train bound for Tatsumi Port Island. Please take care to board before our departure.
Instead of after the departure. You arrived late. It's almost midnight. Something about the atmosphere seems odd. It would probably be best to hurry to the dorm. As you walk from the station, you notice coffin-like objects lining the deserted city. Yeah, this is just what being 17 is like. It's an eerily gigantic moon. Gekkokan High School, Iwatodai dorm. This is the dorm mentioned in your admission pamphlet.
Welcome. You're late. I've been waiting a long time.
An unknown boy is holding a piece of paper out to you.
If you want to proceed, then please sign here. It's a contract. There's no need to be scared. It only binds you to accepting full responsibility for your actions.
Something is written on the paper he's holding out to you. I chooseth this fate of mine own free will. Below it is a blank to sign your name. So, playing this game, I always called her Minako Arisato because in the manga, the male character's name is Minato Arisato, but in the movie, his name is Makoto Yuki, which is strange, I guess, because there's already a main character in Persona named Makoto, but I guess it is a popular name. But in the stage play, she's called Kotone Shiomi, and I really like that. So this is the most canon one. Minako is entirely, like, fan-made. So here we go, Kotone Shiomi.
Very well. Time is something no one can escape. It delivers us all to the same end. Wishing won't make it go away, and so it begins.
The unknown boy disappeared as if melting into the darkness.
Who's there? How can you be... But it's... Don't tell me.
The girl is holding something that looks like a gun.
Wait. The lights.
I didn't think you'd arrive so late. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in this dorm.
Who's she?
She's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign her here. She'll eventually be moved to a room in the normal dorm.
Is it okay for her to be here?
I guess we'll see. This is Yukari Takeba. She'll be a junior this spring, just like you.
Hi, I'm Yukari. Huh? Well, it's sorta like a hobby. Well, not a hobby, but...
You know how it is these days. It's for self-defense. It's not a real gun, of course. It's getting late. You'll find your room on the 3rd floor. Your thing should already be there. I suggest you tuck in for the night.
Oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
Dormitory 3rd floor hallway at the furthest door.
This is it. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall. So, any questions?
Most of the time, for these decisions, and they don't actually matter for the most part. It's not like in Persona 4 where sometimes they'll increase your courage and stuff. But most of the time I'll be responding how I think Kotone would respond. But otherwise it really doesn't matter.
What are you talking about? Come on, it's not funny.
Yukari doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
Can I ask you something? On your way here from the station, was everything okay?
You mean besides the eerily gigantic yellow moon, the hazy green sky, the coffins everywhere, the floor riddled with blood? Yeah, it was fine.
I see. Never mind then. Well, I better get going. I'm sure you still have other questions, but let's save them for later, okay? Good night.
Yukari walked down the stairs. This is your assigned room. Use the movement buttons to move the cursor, hold down the cancel button to make the cursor move faster. Also press the guide button to display all the icons that can be accessed. Press the guide button again to hide the icons. Press the command menu button to access config, load data, and title screen. This is our calendar. I don't check it. You're tired today, you should go to bed early. All we can do is go to bed.
It's Yukari. Are you awake? Good morning. Did you sleep okay? Mitsuru-senpai asked me to take you to school. Are you ready to go? Okay, then let's go.
Inside the new city passenger train on Hozuru.
We have to take the monorail to get there. Bet your last school wasn't like that, huh? This is my favorite part, when it feels like you're gliding over the sea. Our stop is Port Island Station at the end of the line. From there, we walk. Have you ever heard of Tatsumi Port Island? It's a man-made island. They built our school right in the middle. Oh look, you can see it now! Morning! Morning. Well, here we are. Welcome to Gekukan High. You're gonna love it here. You're okay from here, right? You should go see your homeroom teacher first. The faculty office is right there to the left. And that concludes the tour. Do you have any questions before I go?
That's a tour of the entire school.
I think they're posted on the bulletin board, but I haven't checked yet either. Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay? See you later.
There are many people standing in front of the bulletin board. Press the submenu button to select an area and go there immediately. Please make use of this function to move around. So polite.
Aw, we're in different classes. Whatever.
Hey, Kaz, why are you wearing your PE uniform? School just started. You really ought to find somewhere to change into some normal clothes. I guess. Okay, fine. Quit glaring at me like that. Hey, where's the bulletin board with the homerooms posted? It's right there! You're in Class F, Kaz! I'm in a different homeroom, so I can't keep an eye on you. I worry about you sometimes. Class rosters are posted. You can't find your name. This game is too hard, let's give up. There's a small note with your name on it. Kotone Shiomi, Class F. You look closer and notice that the name Yukari Takeba is also on the list. It seems that you'll be in the same class as her. A man wearing a kabuto who looks like a teacher is talking to a foreign male student.
Do you see? Every man must have the passionate samurai spirit within him. At our school, we encourage our students to think like samurai in order to accomplish great things.
That's fantastic! The teachings of Bushido are important then as they are now.
Yes, yes, yes! You may not be a native of this land, but the spirit of the samurai flows through you just the same.
They seem to be having fun.
Strange. It says this is the library here. But I was just in one down the hall. Was that just another classroom?
Oh, are you the new student?
Kotone Shiomi!
11th grade, correct?
The teacher is flipping through pages in a file.
Wow, you've lived in a lot of different places. Let's see. In 1999, that was what, 10 years ago? Your parents? I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand. I'm Miss Toriumi. I teach composition. Welcome to our school. My, aren't you polite? Girls like you should be an example for others. Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class. But first, we need to go to the auditorium. The welcoming ceremony will be starting soon. Follow me.
As you begin the new school year, I'd like each of you to remember the proverb, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. When applied to student life, this means...
The principal continues with his speech. You can hear the students around you whispering about something.
I heard we got a transfer student. Yep, I've seen her too. She came to school with Yukari.
I hear talking. I believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Shh, be quiet. You're going to get me in trouble.
It doesn't seem like the rumors will stop anytime soon. Oh, wow, the rumors that I'm friends with another girl in my class? That's crazy! Homeroom is over. Your first after-school session is about to begin.
Sup, dude? You look like a deer in headlights. Me? I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you. I transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So I thought I'd check up on you. Make sure you weren't freaking out on your first day.
At it again, huh? Honestly, is there any girl you wouldn't hit on? Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, some coincidence that we'd be in the same homeroom, huh?
He's not kidding. He didn't come to hit on you. Like, you literally actually can't romance him. His social link, like, I did not like Junpei when I first played this game in the male version on the PS2, but they really flesh out his character with the social link, and it feels just so much more natural. Your friendship with him feels so genuine. It's like very sweet. I was very surprised, and you can't romance him. You can confess to him later on, but he rejects you.
A friend? Oh, you mean me? Yeah, I'm glad we ended up in the same class too.
Hello? Did you forget I'm in this class too? Come on, let me in on the fun. By the way, do you guys know each other? I heard you two came to school together this morning. A couple of cuties like you, walking side by side. The whole class was buzzing about you.
Could you just cut it out? I hate dealing with rumors like that. I mean, I'm used to it, but she just got here, you know? Don't you feel bad spreading rumors like that? Well, I've got to go take care of some archery team stuff. Don't try anything funny. You got that, Junpei?
What is she, your nanny? Well, just to clear something up, I seriously didn't come over here to hit on you or anything. If you ever have a problem, you can tell your old pal Junpei about it. No prob. My door's always open, so to speak.
Junpei caught up to you in the halls and persuaded you into letting him walk you back to the dorm.
Whoa, check out the jocks on the run. Hey, Did anyone tell you about the school clubs yet? Girls can join too, so
No.
why not do it if you're interested? You'd be joining as a new member, though, so you won't be able to apply for a little while.
You made small talk with Junpei while walking back. There's a sign-in sheet on the counter. You can save your game at the sign-in sheet.
Welcome back.
We cannot allow you to go out after dark. Sorry, but rules are rules. You really shouldn't be outside on your own at night. It's too dangerous. Anyway, you must be tired. You should get a good night's rest.
Oh, hi! What are you doing?
Just killing time, doing nothing.
You're probably pretty tired, huh?
Maybe you should go to bed early tonight. Before I forget... Let's get this for later. Mad Bull. Later, at the dormitory lounge, a young man walked down the stairs as Mitsuru was reading a book. Wow, it's like I'm there.
I'm going out for a bit.
So descriptive.
Have you seen the newspapers lately?
I know. People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome. I've seen it in the news quite often lately. They say it's due to stress, but...
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
You have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own?
Don't worry. I'm just getting a little practice.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.